Hello again. I am here with another video about dreams and how to remember them and how to harness the energy and the power of our dream state. So in the first video that I shared, and hopefully you've watched it, if you haven't, I highly recommend you do that before jumping into this, because this is kind of like the level 2 version of remembering your dreams. So in the first video, just a quick recap, I basically gave a few steps. So one is to set the intention the night before when you go to sleep, have maybe a question or a query in mind. Then in the morning when you wake up, make sure to stay in that sleepy state. Keep your eyes closed, do whatever you can to summarize and review the dream in your mind, so it's locked in pretty well before you open your eyes or you move. Then once you do that, either voice record on your phone, there's apps that you can use to do that, or you can jot down your dream in this dream journal. Then going a little bit further, you can then do a little bit of research. Go online and see if you can find out information regarding some of the symbols in your dream. You may have a memory or some little bit of information that comes through in your dream that may have a direct connection to the question that you had the night before. So it's a great time in that really kind of still sleepy state to start to write it down and do some contemplation and reflection. You'll be amazed at what comes through. Okay, so all of that is great, and if you stop there, you have all that you really need to have a great beginning of dream analysis or a dream practice. But if you want to really take a deep dive, or if you've been doing that for a while and you feel like you really want to dig in a bit deeper, there's a few things that you can do. One great starter point, I'm going to always begin at the beginning, and that is to use a smudge spray, a sage. It's basically, this particular one is one that I used to create and sell. I don't anymore. Very often, every now and then I'll offer one to a client as a gift. But the ones that I created, it's basically a pure water with essential oils, sage being one of them, and some, I don't know if you can see them in the bottle, there's some crystals which offer different types of support and energy. So this one has amethyst and amazonite, and it's a peace, calm, protection, harmony, and balanced sort of vibe. So it doesn't matter if you have this kind and that has crystals in it or not, any sort of smudge spray would be great. You just spray a few, it clears the energy, which is what we're looking to do. We're looking to have a clear, clean, energetic space for your dream state. So a smudge spray that has crystals in it or not, it doesn't matter. If you are familiar with Palo Santo, it's a particular type of wood that's really great for clearing. You could light that, make sure you just light it, let it burn a bit, and then put it in a fire-safe dish away from anything that could potentially catch on fire, of course. That's another great way to clear your space energetically before you sleep. All right, once you've done that, the other step you can take is to bring in some crystal goodness. The power of crystals and earth energy and stones is amazing. So there are a few that are really, really great for energetic support. One of them, and I don't know if you can see this very clearly or not, try not to drop it, it's a Herkimer diamond. So, it's not as valuable as a diamond that you might wear on your hand or in jewelry, but it's a really, really powerful stone to help when you're doing past life work, or if you are, really going into your deep soul expression, your deep soul journey. It's essentially a form of quartz. So it's just, and as you can see, clear quartz is another option. So they're similar, but you can see this is clear. So the Herkimer has a lot of silvers and browns, and it's just got this iridescent quality to it. That's why it's called a Herkimer diamond, because it's got that little flash. Another great stone, and this is one that I usually keep on my nightstand at all times, is stilbite. And you can see here it's got this kind of crystalline nature to it. If you felt it, it almost feels like if cauliflower had a hard texture mixed with a little sand, that's kind of what it feels like. But it's a really fantastic dream stone. A few others that are really fantastic for support for dream work are, let's see, moonstone, of course. Also smoky quartz. jade, either green or purple, and blue howlite. Great stones for dream support. All right, so we've got our space cleared. We've got our stones for support. So now when we are ready to go in maybe a little bit more deeply, you know, we're gonna follow all the steps from video 1. There's another product, and I'm gonna do a little bit of a plug for a dear friend of mine who creates some of the most incredible, magical products to help you on your journey. There's candles, there's salves, she has incense, she's got resin, she's got all sorts of things. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, if all that's foreign to you, I'll be doing a future video follow-up on this, and I'll be sure to include it in the description, not the comments, in the description, so you can find that. But this is called Dreamweaver. It's a salve, and it contains a number of essential oils and flowers, and I'm not even sure what exactly she puts in this beyond those things, but I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt, this is an incredibly powerful tool to help with the dream process. So I'm going to open it up so you can take a quick look at it. I wish you could smell it because it smells so amazing. You know, it's just this basic salve. She uses a lot of the plants and flowers from her actual garden. So anything that she can grow where she lives in the state of Virginia in the US, she uses them in these. And I think because she cultivates them herself from the beginning to the end, I think it just adds a bit more potency to what she's offering. But there's a scent of lilac and sage, and it's just, I don't know, it just seems to take you away before you even really go into that dream state. So what I do is I usually take just a little bit on my finger, and I place it, for me, I place it on the top of my palm. I rub my palms together like that, and then I take my hands and I rub it all over my hands, like so. And then I also rub it on the back of my neck. And sometimes I will rub it on like my heart center or my belly. Why do I do that? So for whatever reason, you know, I do a lot of work with my hands. You know, I used to create jewelry, so I worked with my hands a lot, and I was working with a lot of different stones, and I was picking up on a lot of different energies. And so I started to use a little bit of, Deb has another product that kind of cleans the energy from your hands. But then when I began using Dreamweaver, I recognized that while I did energy work with people too, and I was using my hands to perform Reiki, there was a lot of information and energy that was stored in my hands. So I felt like by putting it on the tops of my hands and kind of rubbing it all over both the top and the bottoms of my hands, and then also rubbing it on the back of my neck, was really connecting me back into myself while clearing at the same time. You know, and especially if you're doing any past life regressions or past life work. I know a number of my clients I've done past life regressions with, and I do my own journey with past life regressive work. The base of the neck, the back of the skull here, is kind of like that gateway, if you will, for that information to come through. So it's a really potent place to put a little bit of the salve. And then if you maybe are having a little bit of heartache, or there's something that really touches your heart in a profound way, going and rubbing a little bit of it on your heart, you know, lower area too, that's your power center. So I know a lot of women have trouble tuning into their power. It's also a seat of creativity. It's that womb space. So if you can tap into the power that you have here, tune into your heart, connect with the past in order to inform your future. Can you imagine? You would be just freaking unstoppable. So it's incredible the amount of gateways and openings we have available to us. And then when you harness that in conjunction with going into the dream world, dude, amazing. So I hope that this has offered you some value. I hope that it can give you some insights and offer you a gateway into your subconscious mind and all the information that comes through for you and is available to you at any time. Please reach out to me if you have any questions. I love reading your comments. I will respond to anyone who has any thoughts. If you have any further inquiries, or there's some aspect of your life that you'd really love some help with, maybe a dream that's confusing you, or a recurring dream that you would like more information about, maybe you just can't quite see what it is trying to tell you, reach out to me. Send me a message. You can find me at Karmic, Karmic, kindness, kindnass.com. I'm on all social media channels, wherever you might be seeing this. Would love to help. I'm here. Remember, we learn from one another, so please share some comments, and who knows what you might read that somebody else wrote, maybe going through a similar situation to you, and you can be supportive for each other. All right.